The pandemic has had a major and sustaining impact on organized sports, especially those played at the school level. In turn, that means we in officiating have had to bear our share of the burden imposed on all of us. We have done that remarkably well, in my opinion. We have adjusted and adapted. We have stepped up and accepted more assignments than we would have normally. We have kept the game's interest in our minds and in our hearts. There are too many games chasing too few officials. This fact has led to the postponement, rescheduling, or outright cancellation of many contests. Here in Wisconsin, quite out of the norm, some youth football games are having to be played on Sunday afternoons because that is the only time slot a crew of officials could be on hand. Some officials have adapted to a sport and added that to their repertoire. Others have agreed to work levels they normally do not work. They are doing this to help organized games be played, and they are doing it to bring in some extra money. Now, regarding the subject of money, I find it interesting how so rarely do assigners and organizers in serious need of officials resort to the market mechanism, in quotes, of raising game fees significantly to lure officials. As a guy with a college degree in economics, I have long been a firm believer in the effectiveness of markets. Markets get subverted basically for two reasons: political intervention to further a cause and/or pricing intervention to subsidize one group over another. Pretty simple stuff, and it plays out every day of our lives. In the case of the shortage of officials, allow me this. There was a shortage well before any pandemic hit our shores. The pandemic brought laser focus on the problem and then exacerbated the problem we have been wrestling with for so many years. Now, with a near 30% drop-off in high school officiating registrations and the severe shortage of officials at the youth, club, and rec levels, the folks who own the games and run the games face a stark reality. No officials, no games. The market is not clearing itself. When a market is out of clearance, that means something has got to give. In most situations, the mechanism that clears that imbalance is price. Limited supply with respect to demand puts pressure on prices to rise. That sometimes leads to inflation, which in brief is too much money chasing too few goods. In our case, there are too many games chasing too few refs. That economic system should naturally lead to increased prices for services rendered. The officials who are busting butt to fill in and help out should get higher game fees. But in all but very really select cases, that has not happened. Yes, there are situations in which a game fee has been slightly raised to clear the market better, or a bonus is paid, or travel expenses are now covered, all in the quest to clear the market. What I find interesting and uplifting in some measure is that through all of this, and for the most part, we officials have not used our unique bargaining position to hold the games up for more money. We continue to demonstrate our empathies for the games, the athletes, the assigners, and the athletic directors. We want the games to go on for the sake of all of them. We referee because we love to, but we have a hard time getting over the disrespect shown us when a league or a conference chooses to not raise our game fees for years on end. For us, the money is important, but no more so than not bearing the disrespect of low and stagnant game fees. So the pandemic will end and things will get to a new normal. It is my sincere hope that the way we have conducted ourselves through all of this will have gotten the attention of those who use our services. We have gone above and beyond. We deserve the respect from having done that. Thank you.